There comes a time when life feels full. Not empty. Not broken. Not falling apart. Just full. Full of responsibilities that quietly follow us every day. Full of routines we've repeated so often they no longer ask for attention. Full of obligations, expectations, roles we've learned to carry without questioning. From the outside, it looks like progress. It looks like stability. It looks like a life that makes sense. It looks like adulthood done right. And yet, beneath all that fullness, something feels strangely missing. Not in a dramatic way. Not as a crisis. Not as a breakdown that demands immediate fixing. It's quieter than that. A subtle unease. A gentle tension. A feeling that something inside hasn't quite settled. Even though everything around you seems to be in place. Many people reach this point in their 40s or 50s. But some feel it earlier. Some later. There's no schedule for it. By the time it arrives, life is usually well organized. Work is familiar. You know what's expected of you. You know how to get through the day. Mornings are filled with tasks. Evenings come with a familiar kind of tiredness. Weekends pass faster than they used to. Not because you're doing more, but because time seems to move differently now. People depend on you. Your presence matters. Your absence would be noticed. You are needed. And still, there are moments. Often early in the morning before the world fully wakes. Or late at night when everything finally goes quiet. When the noise fades. The expectations pause. And a question gently rises to the surface. Is this all there is? Not because life is bad. Not because you're ungrateful. Not because you want something bigger or better. But because life has become full. So full that there's barely any room left to hear yourself think. We're often told that when something feels missing, the solution is to add more. More goals to chase. More habits to build. More plans. More self-improvement. More productivity. As if fulfillment is something that can be stacked. Layer by layer. Until the feeling finally disappears. But sometimes, the emptiness we sense doesn't come from a lack of things. It comes from a lack of space. Space to think without pressure. Space to feel without immediately labeling or fixing. Space to sit with questions. Without rushing toward answers. Space where nothing needs to be optimized. Nothing needs to be measured. Nothing needs to be improved. When life becomes crowded, clarity struggles to enter. Thoughts overlap. Feelings get postponed. Important questions remain unanswered. Because there's never a right moment to ask them. We tell ourselves we'll think about it later. When things slow down. When life gives us more time. But life rarely does that on its own. Clarity doesn't arrive through force. It doesn't come from pushing harder or doing more. It often arrives quietly. When we allow ourselves to slow down just enough. To notice what's already there. Not to escape life. But to finally see it. To notice what we've been carrying for years. And what we've been carrying out of habit. Not necessity. As we grow older, meaning doesn't always come from achievement. It comes from understanding. Understanding what truly matters. Understanding what no longer does. Understanding that growth is not always about addition. Sometimes, growth is about subtraction. About letting go of expectations that no longer fit. About releasing goals that once made sense. But now only create noise. There is wisdom in realizing that some questions don't need to be solved right away. Some answers reveal themselves only when we stop chasing them. Feeling that something is missing is not always a problem to fix. Sometimes, it's a signal. A sign that something quieter, deeper, is asking for attention. Not more noise. Not more effort. Not another thing to manage. Just more calm. More space. More stillness. More honesty with yourself. If life feels full, but something still feels missing, you're not behind. You're not failing. You're not doing life wrong. You may simply be reaching a point where a different pace makes sense. A clearer way of thinking. A gentler way of living. A quieter relationship with time. Thank you for spending this moment here. Thank you for slowing down, even briefly. Take care. And give yourself the space to think.